Tracking scattered storms across a good portion of mid-Missouri into this afternoon, going to be lasting here over the next couple of days. Thankfully, though, as mentioned, while it is going to be scattered, that means we're going to be seeing quite a bit of dry time in between. So much like we've seen today, lots of clouds, and then we'll get a couple waves of storms as we head into the rest of this evening. Similar story into the next couple of days, too. No heat is in sight either. We're going to be dealing with those temperatures like this afternoon into the mid to upper 80s, but not really dealing with too much of a heat index value because those dew points are fairly on the low side, but we're seeing lots of these clouds that are kind of suppressing any sort of big time afternoon heat that we could potentially see. Taking a look at radar right now, starting to see that line of storms off to our north move into places like Moberly and Macon here right around 12:30. Starting to see a few storms start to enter the Highway 50 corridor, but what I'm more concerned about here over the next couple of hours is this complex of storms here near Springfield. Still about 120 to 130 miles away from most of mid-Missouri. Going to be moving in a little bit closer here to the Lake of the Ozarks within the next hour and a half or so. So if we time it out for you, it'll be entering the Lake of the Ozarks and Benton County by the time we get to 2 o'clock this afternoon, into places like Sedalia, Versailles, and then further north into Eldon and southern parts of Jefferson City by 3 o'clock, and then into Columbia and the northern parts of Jefferson City into Fulton and Mexico by the time we get to 5 and 6. So that's kind of a timing and when we're expecting these storms to really start to move in. You can see that line as it begins to move off to the north, bringing those scattered storms and even widespread storms by the time we get to 5 or 6 for the Interstate 70 corridor before that lifts off to the north, and then another round of storms possible as we head into the rest of the evening. You can see into the overnight hours, things become a little bit more widespread and a little bit more for everyone here in mid-Missouri, and then seeing more storms possible as we head into early tomorrow morning. 70 will do it for an overnight low. Those scattered storms will continue through the overnight hours with, at this point in time, looking like a fairly low severe threat as those storms roll through. And then seeing another chance and opportunity for scattered storms throughout the day on Thursday. Again, not going to be an all-day event, but kind of on and off, and you'll kind of need that umbrella on standby for when that storm may roll through your neighborhood. Into Friday, going to be more of the same. Could be seeing those storms last into Saturday morning as well. And then, as mentioned, no heat in sight. Let's think lower 80s, nice nighttime lows into the lower 60s. Looks like fairly nice weather for early August.